Everybody, GrayStillPlays, and we're back with more totally accurate battle simulator. No time for BS. So real quick, I had to show you guys this creature that is in development by Landfall. This thing right here is the Da Vinci style tank, and I really don't, well, it kind of speaks for itself. This thing is absolutely hilarious. So Leonardo da Vinci did indeed devise a creature much akin to this. It was a conical kind of shaped idea where it would have all these light cannons inside of it, and it was basically going to be made for intimidation, not so much for like functionality or mobility. And it would have all these light cannons inside. And you can see that Landfall has gotten a hold of this idea and indeed recreated Leonardo's craftsmanship here. Leonardo, very, very artistic. Now, supposedly, he put a flaw in his design, some say on purpose, so that if it were to get into enemy hands or whatever, it wouldn't be useful. Depends on where you go and what you read about it. But anyway, the point is that it looks like it's coming to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, and this thing is an absolute terror on the battlefield. Look at this, look at it go! It's like a freaking wrecking ball over here. There's like 100 red guys. This thing flies into the sky like a meteorite, showering down. It's like, this is like old school D&D, like meteor swarm over here. I mean, it goes up, and then once it's in the sky, those cannonballs just shoot shrapnel everywhere, and everybody's body just gets absolutely liquefied. It's so glorious to watch. I can't wait for this. The big question would be, what is its weakness? Obviously, I'm guessing a weakness here would potentially be something like, I don't know if like the box guns would be able to entrap something like this, because we've seen that the Dark Peasant can just like fly right through it. A bunch of ranged units. I mean, that's really the only thing here, you know, unless you're using like Super Peasants or something like that. Ranged units are really because once this thing gets in the air, what are you gonna do, man? Everyone's just standing there below it like, I guess we'll just wait for it to come down. The only problem is before it comes down, it unloads like 40 or 50 freaking cannonballs. And if Napoleon taught us anything in his faction, it's that the cannonballs will beat your ass if you let them. And you can see, they definitely do that, but very cool, very destructive. I think that getting more and more siege weaponry in the game is a good move. And I think that maybe having the opportunity to have a portion of the game where it's more siege-like and there's more like war machines, so to speak, might be really neat. Like, there's plenty of singular units right now, which are very good. You know, you have your swordsmen and your samurai and you know, eventually there's going to be the rapier users and your pirates and all there have you. I think that having a subsection of units that are more akin to this would be very interesting as well. To have these guys backed up, because what you get is you get battles that are like, you know, like 1 million of this guy versus 1 million of this guy, and it drags everyone's frame rate down. Now, that's not to say that this is like, you know, not an unholy travesty of potential frame rate slaughter here. It very well is, but you know, at the end of the day, it is one unit compared to like 100 or something like that. Now, of course, it's firing out like 100 freaking cannonballs. But anyway, so I just wanted to get the opportunity to show that to you guys. I also want to get the opportunity to put together a couple battles that you guys wanted, and as well, and I'm going to leave this in the comment section. So if you want to get involved with it, just make sure to comment to the comment. And the idea is, and I've saw some other creators doing this, and I think it's a very good idea, and I really like it, is if you have an army that you want to put up against me and you have rules for me in order to beat the army, feel free to let me know. So if you make an army and you think that it is the superior army and you tell me that, you know, I can't use the Neon faction, or I can't use the Napoleon faction, or I can't use siege weaponry like catapults or something like that, or I can't use swordsmen, or I can't use ranged weapons, feel free to let me know. And I'll try and put those styles of battles into the next video, because I think that would be really cool. I think that would be an interesting way to kind of have like a little bit of interaction with this game, because the game is very hilarious. The game is funny, and I enjoy the game for that reason, but I also like games where I can get the opportunity to interact with you guys. That's like the thing that I love most about YouTube. So If we can find a way to do that in Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, man, I'm all for it. Anyway, let's go check out some of those battles you guys had suggested. Okay, so Josiah Amos wanted to see Teslas versus Teslas. I have absolutely no problem doing this. This is going to be just an absolute lightning storm of pain and suffering. Let's check it out. All right, right off the bat, we're gonna need to take this slow. That's what she said. Oh, Jesus H. Christ. The lightning storms from Thor's ass are strong with this build. You can see there are body parts and little Tesla wands laying all over the place. Every once in a while, a little floppy soul just goes spilling across the ground. You can see there's a couple of guys still alive. Oh, wow, it looks like the red guys have done very well for themselves. A couple of blue dudes still alive, but there you go. A red victory. I can't say that either side had better tactics than the other, but it was an absolute joy to watch. Thank you, Josiah. So John B wanted to see 2 energy sword masters against 200 to 300 peasants or Vikings. I think peasants would probably be more appropriate. You can see their value is already quite a bit more than the energy sword masters. Now, I imagine these guys should cut through these poor bastards pretty fast. You can see there's one extra brave gentleman in the front. Let's get it started here. See how the energy sword masters do. Their swords waving about. Already starting to get a little surrounded here and there. Oh, God. Let's go check it out. Now, the other reason that I kind of wanted to do this on the neon board is because the little blasty cubes over there present an opportunity for unusual things to happen. Like, maybe, just maybe, it will give the peasants the buff that they need to potentially win here. Let's kind of move along. You can see the pile of bodies growing and growing as the Darth Maulish energy sword masters just, it's like making freaking, look at this, it's like making sausage or something. They're just lining up for the meat grinder in single file. All right, children, now don't push in the lunch line at single file, everyone. Oh, Johnny, you'll get there in time. You'll get to the meat grinder in time. Don't push now, boys. Oh, it's perfect. There is no chance for survival here. These guys had no chance for survival. You can see they all got completely wiped up by the energy sword masters. And the energy sword masters, I wish that you could see like how many hit points these guys had to see if they're actually doing any damage or not. I think that would be kind of a cool thing. Maybe if like you right-clicked on them or something, or you used a button on them or something, you could bring up the hit points or something. So Deborah Jirai 70 wanted to see this particular battle. I don't think these guys have any chance. We'll see. She wanted to see 5 energy sword masters, 2 super boxers, and 1 super peasant against 1 dark peasant. Now, for the most part, I think the dark peasant will just absolutely slaughter everyone, but we'll take a look here. You can see already he's throwing everyone about. They're getting a couple of hits in. The energy sword masters are doing okay. Their blades are still kind of whipping and whopping around here. Oh, God, there goes. Oh, Jesus, everyone just went flying off the board. But these guys fall, and the dark peasant doesn't. Or he does fall, but he can fly back into the... Oh, my God, everyone is gone. That was a blue victory. All right, well, I guess the Dark Peasant wins again. We didn't really get to see the ending to it. That's kind of what I expected. Someone mentioned when the Dark Peasants get involved, it's like a friggin' DBZ episode or something like that. They end up flying all over the damn map, going off the platform, as the DBZ characters often do. The only thing that doesn't happen is the landscape doesn't get craters in it. I think maybe they should add that. That would probably really crank up the frame rate issues, though. Tutorials with a Z wanted to see a Teslas versus Dark Peasants. I kept the cost pretty similar just to kind of see here. Teslas versus Dark Peasant. I'm kind of curious. Wow, the Teslas blast the Dark Peasant backwards. You see that? Normally the M16s were the kind of the creature that could blast them backwards, but now these guys are doing really well. Holy crap! Look at them. They are straight up blowing this guy off of the. They're straight up blowing this guy off of the area. The only issue is that he's gone now. Like, he flew off. So now they're all gonna, like lemmings, fly over the edge of the freaking board here to their death. I'm gonna follow them just to see what we can see. How far down do we go here? They're still falling. Yeah, as they fall, they lose their guns. That's the only issue. Oh my God, how far down is this fucking guy gone? And will he die? He is just soaring downward. We're following him now. Oh, it's a red victory. The red guys won. The Teslas beat the Dark Peasant. Hold on, I wonder. Okay, I need to try something real quick. So, the Teslas won. What happens if we just have, like, a couple of Teslas? Actually, let's put the Teslas... I want them to win by damage. Let's put them over here. There we go. 5 Teslas. Would this be enough? Would they be able to do enough damage? No, they got picked right up. Okay. So, that was kind of interesting. Before, they had a much better chance at winning. This time, they just got, like, tossed right over. How about if we put them close like we had them before? We'll give them a couple more guys. We'll do, let's see here. We'll do, like, that many there. We'll just try that many real quick. Again, still a ton more money spent by the Dark Peasant. Okay, they've got him kind of locked away right now. Nope, they got sucked up. So, the Teslas won when the costs were pretty similar. They, like, flat out won. This guy had, the friggin' Dark Peasant had no damn chance. That was a really neat fight. I would have never thought to put those two together, so thank you for that. All right, Raffadono wanted to see a Jedi-style war. He wanted to see 5 of the Energy Sword Masters versus a ton of, you know, air quotes, Stormtroopers. Now, unfortunately, the Beamer guys are, like, very, very good. Much too good to be Stormtroopers, so he had suggested the energy pistol instead. I think that's a pretty good idea. Let's see how this goes. Now, right away here, we're going to start getting some shots off. I kind of made them a little semicircle just to see if that would assist them to keep from, like, shooting themselves in the back. They're doing fairly well so far. We're seeing a lot of shots flying around. I don't know if these Energy Sword Masters are blocking any of this or not. It's like a freaking Prince Laser Light show over here. God rest his soul. As more and more laser beams flying around, none of the Energy Sword Masters have been taken down, and by now, these cubes are going to kind of start getting in the way. I may even change the map, but I do kind of enjoy the fact that they present a little randomness, and these guys can still fire when those cubes are down. I can tell you right now, these cubes changed absolutely nothing. The Jedi Masters did their job and totally defeated the Stormtroopers in every way possible. So, in classic Star Wars functionality, the Stormtroopers had absolutely no chance against the Jedi. Palad Bajwaj, oh god, I just ruined that name, wanted to see Axemen versus Energy Sword Wielders. I think he just called them lightsaber users. So I put the same amount cost-wise together. Now, the thing about these energy swords, man, is they do a freaking ton of damage. Let's find out how good these axe guys, though, are. They definitely have the range. You can see them just toppling down, shredding through a couple of the energy sword wielders, but the energy sword wielders, just like one cut and you're dead. It's freaking horrible. These guys are like super tough when it comes to melee. In fact, I mean, you could take probably all these guys out of here. I might still give it to the energy sword wielders. Lightsabers are overpowered, man. The Jedis were hacks. This is bullshit. They didn't have the Force. They just had lightsabers, and they were far too good. So over here, let's see how they do. See a bunch of sparks already flying through the field of vision there, which means that all sorts of horrible things are happening. A little cube comes in, but too little, too late. The lightsabers have already wiped up the Axemen. The poor Vikings, their ancestors must be freaking turning in their graves. Sean Couture wanted to see Teslas versus a super peasant. I think it was Yandere-kun seemed to believe that the super peasant had this in the bag. I don't know, man. After seeing how the Teslas did against the dark peasant, yeah, right there, you can see they will keep his bitch ass back out of the fight big time. Look at all the lasers right to the genitalia. Look at how the aim is on these guys. They seem to always nail you right in the penis with their lasers. The question is, though, will they all go flying off of the edge of the board here, or will they whip this guy up? I don't know, man. I don't know if they have the damage capabilities to kill this guy. There he goes. He goes flying over. And every man for themselves. It is a waterfall of Teslas flying down. But I think in the end, this guy is going to hit the ground first. So I think the red team's going to win. Hold on here. Let's take a look. Yes. Oh, no. It's a blue victory. That's bullshit. Okay. Hold on. I think the red guys had this in the bag. But let's change something up real quick. Let's go ahead and put them back here. So that he has to, like, close in a little bit more in order to win. There we go. Okay, let's try that. We're gonna give them one less like before so that it's a little bit in favor of the super peasant. So now let's try this. I wonder if they can get enough damage in before everyone goes flying over the board. So already, this guy can't even get close. There's nothing he can do. The super peasant is not so super right now. This is his kryptonite. The Teslas are his kryptonite. Oh, maybe they can lock him against this pillar. Hold on. Yes, he's locked against the... Oh, man, that was like the Emperor for a second there, electrocuting Luke Skywalker. Like, if you will not join us, then you will die. Yes, Luke, you son of a bitch. If you won't join, then you get to die. But he might fall before the red guys do. You can see several red guys just kind of caught up in the pillar. I think that that's gonna... What the crap are they doing? What are they doing? They're just kind of like hanging out on the pillar. But that was a red victory. So yes, the Teslas can beat the super peasant. Well done. And then to finish things off, finally, we have this giant battle from Aldo Babel. This is, first off, I hope I pronounced your name right. This is the Battle of Ert from Star Wars, and there's a lot to this. Let me see if I can get all this correctly. So what we have here is, for the red side, we have these mines in the front. Essentially, these are the barrel guys. We've got a whole slew of peasants just as civilians, led by the general, who is Trump. We've got 2 Huachas backed by 4 catapults. On top of that, we have 1 traitorous sniper over here. He is our beamer. We have a line of musket users. We have a cannon backed by an M16 guy on both sides. And this is essentially, I don't know, the low technology users. And then over here, for the Imperial forces as they were, we've got a line of Jedi right over here, lightsaber users, along with some energy pistol users here in the back, along with Darth Vader, who is the energy sword master. Obviously, he didn't use this type of weapon, but he is the master, and this is all we have. We have Boba Fett over here in the middle. Then we have the AT-ATs, which are the chicken mans in this instance, along with the, I think it's the AT-STs, which are these projectile stoppers over here, with 5 beamers on both sides, and then finally 2 box guns over here in the middle of the AT-ATs. These are like the orbital cannons. I gotta tell you, I think this side is gonna lose. Let's see what happens, though. We're gonna start right in here. Now, to be fair, these mines are gonna clear up quite a few of these tough units, as long as the beamers don't take them out in one shot. Bam! Right there. Big hits coming in from the barrels. You can see the flames already taking out quite a few of those Jedis in the beginning. And the catapults really doing some work. The musketeers a little bit too far back. There comes your orbital strikes coming on down. Glowing boxers already flailing and flipping around doing their thing. The musketeers are they have an elevated position. This is right where you would want your forces to be, if anything. Over here, though, you can see, look at these AT-STs moving up into position. They are just nuking these poor red bastards, along with a beamer that just got a trio of kills in one shot. Is there anyone left? I think there is. What do we have over here? Maybe 1 musketeer left. He just fell. Couple of musketeers over here. Oh, but Darth Vader coming in, leading the fray. And he is down, but I think... Did Darth Vader get killed in the end there? I thought I saw him drop his weaponry. I think a beamer took out their own man. I guess, I don't know if Darth over there wasn't giving enough, like, workman's comp benefits or something like that. Maybe they got jacked in the end by their own men. Oh, isn't that how all great leaders fall? Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this episode of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. Again, if you have armies that you want to put up against me, along with rules and maps on where to be and how to do so, feel free to let me know in that comment. Until the next time, folks, stay foxy and much love.